Kids, big and small. Well, guys, how do you like my shirt? Where do you suppose I've been in the last couple of weeks? That's right. I got this shirt there, and it looks a lot like that. Well, this is my pack that I took around wherever I went in Hawaii. It carries everything that I need in it. Look at that. Did you know that I even have a really nice raincoat in here? Look how tiny that is. And I can keep it in right there. It's just the right size. I can zip it open right here. And it just fits my tablet. Isn't that the perfect thing? And I can keep all kinds of charging stuff in here. And this one I have sunglasses and headlamps for when we explored the lava tubes under the ground. Flashlights, reading glasses, but I brought something back to show you guys. Guess what it is? This is more than just a rock. Look at that. That's lava when it cools down. Look at that. You want to hold it? Look at, you can feel it. That came from deep, deep down in the ground. And when it came out of the ground, it was all orange and red hot. And after it cooled down, a long time after it cooled down, I went to a certain place where the flow was just that thin, and then it cracked, and I picked those two pieces up. And where I got those was right when it was about to go over the little cliff and fall in the ocean. Chelsea went down to a different place, and she went down to a place where the lava had been coming out, and it was steaming. And she said she walked across it and the big lava plates were cracked. And then after she got out, she told me, and I wasn't very happy about it, it felt like it was hollow underneath. And I could only think of crash. Ooh, there goes Chelsea in the lake of the lava. But that didn't happen, so that was good. But I got another thing about here, and I wanted to show you that because of the fire of the lava. Let's see what I got right here. Nope, that's not it. That's the receipt when Jordan and I rented road bikes for the day and traveled all around the island on big motorcycles.
I thought you meant bicycles.
No. I got a Harley Road King. I have a little story. It has to do with fire and stones. It's called Wake Up Your God. Do you know that? Okay. Did you know a long time ago there was people that worshipped a god named Baal? Baal was a false god. And this is in the time of Elijah. And they had the king called Ahab there. And Elijah told King Ahab, bring 450 prophets of Baal to Mount Carmel today. I want to talk to them. And Ahab did what Elijah asked. Elijah said to all the people there, if the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal is God, then follow him. Today we're going to have a test. Let the prophets of Baal put some meat on the altar, and I'll put some meat on my altar. And all of you call on Baal. I alone will call upon the Lord. And the God who answers by burning up the meat with fire from heaven is the true God. And they all agreed. Everybody thought that was a good test. So all the people danced around the altar and shouted, Baal, hear us! They shouted louder and louder and louder, and still there was no fire from Baal. Elijah said, maybe your God is sleeping. Dance more. Shout louder. The people danced and danced, and the people shouted and shouted, and they danced and shouted for a whole day. There was no fire. Now it was Elijah's turn. And the day was getting short. There wasn't much time left. He built an altar out of 12 big stones, and then he put meat on it. And then, to prove that he wasn't making any tricks, he asked people to fill 4 big barrels of water and pour water all over it. When they finished the second time, he said, "Now once more." There was so much water there, everything was soaked. It filled a trench beside the altar. Elijah prayed, "Lord, let these people know you are God." And suddenly fire flashed down from heaven. It burned up all the meat and all the wood. And guess what? All the stone altar that the wood and the meat was on burnt it up to nothing. It even took away the water in the trench. And the people bowed down to the Lord and shouted, "The Lord is the one and only true God." I wanted to show you these stones because these came out of the ground and they were molten. They were hot. They turned from a hard rock into like a really heavy, sticky, hot glue. But they didn't go away. They didn't go to nothing. They didn't disappear. That's the nature. God does stuff that He's even more powerful. He made these not only melt, not only be really hot, but totally disappear, burned up to nothing. So I just wanted to show you that. So always remember, our God is a very powerful God, and He's the true God. And it's been proven many times, even back in Elijah's time. And what's true then is also true now. So thank you very much for coming and hearing this story today. Did you like seeing the lava?